Hello folks, and today I've got another replay from DeathWing here. He's got an Alabama, a Leon, a New Mexico, Congress, a New Orleans, and an Icarus as his teammates. 3 of them are clanless, all of them are 6s and 7s, and the 8s are on clan. So this is going to be an interesting one. Oh, and we apparently have a pink New Mexico, so that's interesting, but pink doesn't mean anything anymore. It used to mean team killer or team damager, but when they had team damage, which was, it was fair. You know a pinky by when they go pink, because they do so much damage. Now a pinky means a quitter almost. He basically leaves battle. That's usually what a pinky is now. That's the only way you go pink anymore is to leave battle. Congress pops his radar. These gets a nice little salvo. I'm curious to see how much health DeathWing loses this match. Gonna probably pick up that DD. Yep, picks up the DD. Adrenaline rush kicks in. And he just run out a little bit of health. He's already down to a 5.5 reload. It's interesting. Now, I'm shocked he's not doing hydro, because they do pop hydro. Yep, there's the hydro. I get he pops the spotter, he's fighter plane to see if he could spot, and there's the torps. Now they're just pretty much blind shooting, hoping to get that shot, but 17K on the first 2 ships. That's a respectable start for any cruiser. Now, look at the team. Look at his battleships. We got the New York. I gotta quit saying that. New Mexico. That's kind of going into a really risky position right there. You never kind of go into that position because you're gonna have a DD that's gonna spawn just south of you. But his Alabama and Leon are kind of moving on the battleships, but nobody is going for that cruiser up north. So that could come back to haunt them. I'm hoping the battleships will turn their guns and kill that Omaha, but that does leave a really sticky situation and does put the entire op in jeopardy of ending in the first 5 minutes. Now, you could probably, if the Icarus had gone out where the Mahan went and the Nicholas, you could have torped those DDs. You could have torped those battleships and maybe picked up a DD kill and got some good damage there. But that's a very difficult strategy to pull off anymore. And it requires a lot of technical expertise. You've got to be good and you've got to have the right DD. So the right DDs to really pull that kind of strategy off. Akatsuki's a sound choice. Any good torp boat's a really good choice. The European DDs are kind of eh. You can do it. It helps to have a gunboat with you. Now, it looks like the New Mexico might go down. And he's taking a lot of fire from those battleships. Oh, snip, snip, snip. Takes a good torp right there. Picks up the DD, but at the expense of a torp. And now he's got battleships looking at him. And the Clemson kills the New Mexico. Kills Mr. Pinky. Now they're saying, really, New Mexico? Now, that was a foregone conclusion. Even I knew that was going to happen. Oh, that hurt. Now, losing half your health in under 5 minutes. That's not a promising start. I mean, unless DeathWing here is trying to lose health to get his adrenaline up, so he can get that Lucian skill. But he needs like only 17 more hits to get that skill activated. Now the Ilba did pick up the Dallas and the Omaha, so there's just that Atlanta left. So that's a good sign. There he goes. Lucian's activating, and he's up to 95k. Easy peasy for the mines. But, you know, yes, it kind of stinks that the mechs kind of died. They could have used those guns, but it's not end of the game. It's not the end of the game, folks. Now, the DD's Icarus is just kind of sitting there. I get what he's doing. Trying to get some damage. Trying to do what he can. Now, as someone that's played out that whole line, you know, it's kind of meh until you get to the Jutland. That whole line for me is meh until you get to the Jutland. I mean, right now, I mean, if you ground up the 8 in ops, you can make it work. The Lightning's a good DD hunter and would be a fantastic op ship. There he goes, picking up the New Mexico at 111,000 already, and we're only less than 7 minutes into the match. Now, is that the... Now, the Ilba does die to the Atlanta, so someone's got to kill that cruiser. Oh, this could be bad. He just takes a little tickle there. Now, who's going to get the kill is beyond me. It's going to be a close one. And the Icarus picks up it. Now, it's just that... Oh, well, the Atlanta... Well, the Congress could easily get that. Easily. Nah, they don't have to worry about that. Congress has the guns to kill it. Since Congress is a pretty good ship. I know I've seen Lord Mountbatten's video on Congress. I don't agree with him. I think Congress is a very strong ship. When it's top tier, it overmatches every ship or every cruiser it faces. It's extremely tanky. It does take that battle cruiser damage, but it's kind of, you know, a trade-off. And yes, the dispersion is kind of wonky, but remember, these are heavy AP guns. These are 305 heavy AP guns. And it's a good ship. I don't have it personally, but it's on my list of ships to pick up. My buddy Cap, as you guys know I play with, has one. And he loves it. I enjoy seeing that ship. So I will be picking that up in the near future, hopefully. And I will be doing a review on that. Icarus pops a small smoke screen, you know, that is a short burst smoke screen, so it's not going to be like, you know, Belfast or any of them, so it's gonna die real quickly. I mean, but that still gives pause, or how do I keep saying that? DeathWing here, you know, 30 seconds of cover, but there's no spotting, so there's kind of that, and he does pop his fighter plane to kind of see, to hopefully get that spotting, but that's unfortunate. Alabama's just kind of sitting in the back. That's unfortunate. He's probably staying in that position so he can deal with the second wave. I get the Congress staying back because his guns are a little bit more effective at medium to long ranges. Close range if it's just a pure cruiser. The Mines is the real DPM hero of this match. As long as the Mine stays alive, they have the DPM necessary to win this op. That should be the end. Oh, yeah, that was a decent hit chunk on the... Ooh, and Leon just slaps that Marblehead. Now he is telling him to, like, that was kind of a, hey, you're in my way kind of horn. Now, we can already tell that the second wave is coming from the E and D1 and E1. That's where the second wave's coming. That means they know the Missouri's coming from the E9 and D10 line is coming from there. So that's a good sign. But I don't know how they're going to kill the CV this match. The only one that can get out there is the Icarus. The New Orleans is kind of getting a little ballsy. He could go out there and help, but I don't know. New Orleans, I love the New Orleans. I ground that ship in randoms, but I did it when it was like still the tier. I think it was a tier 7 when I ground it. No, it was a tier 8 when I ground the New Orleans. Sorry, it was tier 8 when I ground New Orleans. But she's a good ship. But she doesn't have that super AP punch that the Baltimore, the Congress, the Des Moines. Doesn't have that AP. It has the weaker AP, which sacrifices AP damage for a little bit better reload. Now, at this point, it's just DeathWing getting into a position to fight. There's not much you can do, besides just spam HE at this point. Now, we'll see how long the Icarus lasts. This is where I'm kind of like curious to see how long he lasts. Because he's got a Sims on top of him, and then a Farragut, and a Dallas below that. So he's going to have his survivability tested here. So we'll see how long he lasts. But he does get the New Orleans for help. Question is, how long can the New Orleans stay alive? If New Orleans dies, well, Icarus is going down. There's no doubt about it. So that's 2 ships down. That means they have 3 ships left. And that would mean the 8s have to carry. Now, don't get me wrong. 6s and 7s work great in ops. They do. Oh, that's not a good sign. That is not a good sign, folks. That is very not a good sign. It looks like the Icarus and the New Orleans are going to have their heads full. Hell. Looks like I think that's the 3rd wave? Yeah, I believe that's the 3rd wave that spawned right on top of them. I think it's the 3rd wave. Now, DeathWing really should have his Hydro running right here. He really needs to have that Hydro running. There he goes. Doesn't need it, but still a good idea to have, because that Omaha will destroy him. Icarus is still alive. Now, DeathWing is trying to help his friends. Now, there goes the Icarus. I mean, and the New Orleans is going to go down. New Orleans is going to go down. Yeah, it's just a foregone conclusion. But it's only the Lyon with its 16 guns sitting to defend the base from DDs. And as we did just see, DeathWing did HE Citadel. You can't HE Citadel a Ranger. The armor's just not that good, so he can take HE Citadels. And New Orleans goes down. That just leaves the 8s left. So we'll see how this pans out. Now, he's using AP, which doesn't really matter. I mean, you could still sit it out at Citadel with AP and AP. And he gets a good double Citadel there for 10,000. Rangers down. Okay, great. So they sunk that. But now the Congress is kind of in, well, death's door. Well, but Congress is turning out. He is turning out. So this Congress knows his ship. He knows he can't take that kind of damage. So he's turning out. Congress is really just a ship that, you have to really play it well. Well, there is that cruiser right there that DeathWing could shoot. I think he's just trying to help his Congress stay alive at this point. But I'm really concerned about the Lyon right there. I'm really concerned for the Leon because he's got those 2 DDs on him. There's more torps. I really wish DeathWing would use his AP or his Hydro, so we know if there's torps coming. Ooh, that was a good double Citadel. Now he's already crossed the 200 and he's going to cross 270 real quickly. Now he doesn't take a torp here, but he's really pushing in real deep now. It's going to be hard to get out. He does pick up natural selection. He's got 50 seconds to kill that ship. But I'm really concerned that the DDs could get into the repair base. I mean, if they take the repair base, and this is another first that I've seen, that they could take the repair base. Ford picks up the Mahan. Okay. And they picked up the designated targets. He really needs to put out those fires because of that AP from that Dallas. That Dallas is going to shoot AP at him. There he goes, putting out the fires. Great, great. He does get a fire. He does pick up that kill. But there's still a DD there. There's still 1 DD alive in Whiskey. But it's in a position where it doesn't really pose a threat. I think it's like beached. And I don't know. Yeah, that's the second time we've got the Whiskey warning. So the Leon does go down. So there is a DD in there. So they and the Leon is saying, "Where's the team?" Which is this is so this Leon hasn't been having a good day. Apparently this has been his team all day. Now they've got to kill that DD. Otherwise, they could lose that star. But I think they're gonna get it. DeathWing will probably get it, but he's gonna go down to fires or shell. There he goes, picks it with a secondary. But this is another first for DeathWing. We saw him live on 1,000 health, and now we see him live on 104 health. And he's at 350,000 damage, 12 kills. That's a major contribution medal right there. That's major contribution. 12 kills. And his rest of his team has got 10 kills altogether. So he's picked up about half the enemies. Uh, 4.4 reload, not bad. I mean, if I was DeathWing, I'd just stay quiet. There's no point. He's going to win in a minute. So, if he dies, that'd be unfortunate. Now, for this operation, let's see here. DeathWing did, yeah, he does end up with the major contribution medal. That's without a doubt. But he's also running some pretty good boosters on his ship. Now it's just going to take one lucky shell to kill him right now. One lucky shell. Oop, gets real close on that shell. Real close. Congress does go down, but the Alabama's just kind of been out of the fight for this rest of this match. Now, he does live on 104 health. And DeathWing here rakes, from this match, he rakes in about 800,000 credits and about 10,000 free XP, which is very respectable. Great match. I love seeing you live on that much health, DeathWing.